Hello everybody, it's Mario Cazares here, and I'm actually doing a kind of a little addition video to the lens distortion tutorial I did a while back. So in that tutorial, I use Nuke to go ahead and undistort one of my lens grids that I shot. So this lens grid right here is literally just a checkerboard. So I just grabbed a checkerboard like this, maybe added resolution like this, and then I aimed my camera while this was full screen like this and just kind of recorded. And that's what this footage right here is. It's just me aiming my camera at my computer screen. And that's how I ended up getting that. And then the next thing I did in that tutorial is to use a lens distortion node in Nuke. I went to the analysis tab, hit detect. Let me turn the overlay on and solve. And I got a solve from that. So as you can see here, it just solves the grid really quickly. And one thing I didn't think about is the fact that for people using Fusion, I don't think that it's this straightforward. So we're going to go ahead and use a free solution in order to do the same thing that you saw here, just outside of Nuke. So not using Nuke at all. Now, if I jump over to Resolve, I have the footage here. And one thing that I saw in the comments was that there is a lens correction. So if you hit Analyze here, it'll do the same thing, but I don't really know where this data, I don't really know how to use this data for VFX or like how to undo the distortion. So we're going to use a little bit of a more complicated way, but a more useful way for VFX. If I jump over to the Fusion tab over here, let me go ahead and get rid of this really quick. There is a node in here called Add Tool, Warp, Lens Distort right here. And this is very similar to the Nuke one. Let me go ahead and add this here. As you can see, we have a lot of options and the model and whatnot. But the only thing it's missing, as far as I am aware, is the add that analysis. So you can load distortion data, but I think this is to just load either 3DE data or PF track. And for the 3DE one, I think you need a script that specifically exports to Fusion. But yeah, as you can see, there is no lens grid analysis in here. So what we're actually going to be using today is Meshroom. So let me go ahead and open that up. All right, so I have Meshroom open right now, and this is a free software, so that won't cost you anything. If you go right here to the download page, this is the download page up here, and you can just download Meshroom. It's used for the photogrammetry, but it has a bunch of different other tools in it as well. So let's go ahead and jump in really quickly. So I'm going to maximize that a little bit more, give us some space. And I'm going to delete everything here. So I'm just going to select everything, hit delete. And we're going to right click and go to pipelines. And you can see a bunch of cool little pipelines right here, but we're going to use distortion calibration. All right, so after I hit that, you'll just see that there's just four little nodes right here. So not too many. So I'm going to go ahead and save this really quick. So let me just name this Lens Distortion Fusion. There we go. Now we're good to keep moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and drop my footage into here. Now, if you have a still frame, I don't think you'll need to do this step that you're about to see, but because mine is actual footage, we will need to do this step. So as you can see right now, once I drag and drop this, it's going to give me a message, and it's saying that we need to use keyframe selection. So it's basically going to export still frames of our footage. So I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to click keyframe selection, and then over here, I'm just going to make sure that under keyframe file extension, that this is like PNG or something, and everything else can stay the same. I'll hit compute, and it'll compute, and we'll wait for it. Okay, so you can see now that it has finished, and we're going to just right-click this, open folder, and all it's really done is just exported a screen, like kind of screenshots of everything. Right, not screenshots, but still images. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the first still image here and just drag and drop it. Okay, so now it is in our project and we can move forward. So now that that is here, I'm just going to right click this last node and hit compute. And you'll see it running through all of these right here. And it's done. So it calculated our distortion for us. So what we're going to do is just right click on this last node right here, hit open folder. And this .nk right here is what we really want. So this is a Nuke file. So this really can only be opened in Nuke, but we actually don't need Nuke to open this. You can actually right click it, edit in Notepad, and here we are. We have all the information that we need. So as you can see here, these are just the parameters that we're going to be using in Fusion. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. And we are in Fusion now. And I'm just going to go ahead and delete this and re-add it just in case I changed any settings. Okay, so we have a fresh lens distort. Let me go ahead and add that on right here. And let's go ahead and twirl down this lens distortion model right here. And I will go ahead and open the notepad that we have over here with all of our data. And we're gonna copy most of this data. So as you can see here, it says 3D E4 anamorphic standard degree 4. So if I go in here, 3D E4 anamorphic standard degree 4. So I choose that. We have all of these X and Y degrees. So I just am gonna go in order and just type in all of these X, Y degrees. So it can be kind of annoying, but this is the best way that I know how at the moment, which is to just grab all of these and paste them in. So we're just copying and pasting right now. I'm sure you can write a script for this to be faster, such as this load distortion data down here. If there was a way to get this to read using the load distortion data, it could be really helpful, but I don't really know how to format this in order for it to read it. So we are copying and pasting manually for the time being. All right, so I just finished my last value and we are done. So if we look here, and I keep saving, it's a habit, and I turn this on and off, you can see that we have successfully undistorted our footage. And I think you can click distort to redistort. Actually, I'm not really seeing, oh, it's because it's not on. Oh yeah, so you can apply distortion or apply undistortion. But yeah, so we just basically did what you can do in Nuke, and although it is slower, this is a free option, and it works pretty well. There's no other settings that I can see here that have to do with squeeze or rotation or anything, so I think we're good on that front. I'm not really sure if any of these other camera settings down here have an effect or not, but I'm sure if you change these to actually match your camera, like your width, height, and whatnot, maybe it'll be more accurate. But I haven't really tried to mess with that, so I'm not sure. The only other thing I'll say is that in the keyframe selection over here, if you drag and drop footage specifically, you can actually say what the focal length is. I'm not sure if that affects the solve of the undistortion, but it's something that you can test and try out. So if you hit the plus sign here, this will be in millimeters, and I know that because I checked the online documentation. But you would just type in the millimeters of whatever your focal length was here. Just before you compute this and then run it through this, you can just add the focal length. And if you don't really know what the focal length is, like if I go ahead and go to my footage really quickly and right click properties right here, I don't know if it'll tell me what my focal length actually was. No, so it doesn't say. So there's actually another cool tool here called EXIF tool. So if you go to exiftool.org, you don't actually install it. It's like a zip folder thingy. I'll show you really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and download the zip, and I will go ahead and copy that and paste it on over right here. Okay, and I will extract it. All right, so finished. And what you can do is I'm going to duplicate this. You just go inside of here, and there'll be this exiftool.exe. You just take your footage, drag, drop, and I got this message. So I'm just going to hit run anyway. And then this will pop up right here. And this can tell you a lot more than Windows will tell you. So it'll tell you all of the metadata that is inside. And right here at the bottom, for me at least, it says the focal length. So it says 18. which I can use to throw into here and say focal length 18. But I thought that was just a cool little addition to the end of this video. This part isn't necessary, but there'll be other times when you're doing visual effects that being able to use a tool like EXIF tool will be really helpful to learn other stuff about the shot. I mean, there's like ISO, white balance, all kinds of stuff in here that would be really helpful to a VFX artist. So yeah, that's why I just wanted to shout it out here and let people know that this exists and that I've been using it for a long time. All right, so that is the end of this tutorial. Just nice and short. I just wanted to show people how they might analyze a lens grid and undistorted without using Nuke at all, because I know the prices have gone crazy for Nuke. And I haven't been able to use Fusion a lot recently, but I have really been wanting to get into it. Hopefully in the future, I'll have more videos involving me trying to learn Fusion and trying to transfer my Nuke knowledge into Fusion, just in case for some reason I need to make the jump and stop using Nuke, which I hope doesn't happen. But if so, I want to keep doing this, so I will make tutorials in the future just at random whenever I learn something new or figure something out. All right, thank you guys for watching. Really enjoy all the comments and all the people who stop by my videos, and yeah, appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Take care.